What's up, everyone? Megan here, telling you what's cooking in the real estate market. So it's just before Thanksgiving. Cannot believe it's almost the end of the year. I kind of wanted to give you guys a recap because a lot has changed since the end of the summer, since I last did a video. And as always, I want to keep you guys super informed so you know what's going on in the real estate market, because essentially it really affects all of us. Even if you're a renter, even if you've paid off your mortgage, all of this is super interconnected. So all right, what's been going on? Despite the volatility with interest rates, prices are staying pretty strong. Inventory is tight, has stayed tight all year, and has dropped in the last few weeks due to the end of the year and the holidays. The interest rate shock is starting to wear off. You know, it started to climb up a little bit in the summer and then shut up a lot quicker in the early fall. And it kind of gave everyone a little bit of a fright. But now it's starting to kind of normalize a bit. The future is looking potentially bright, with rates becoming more normalized and stable going into next year. I think we're kind of like all hoping that the rates will settle somewhere in the fives next year. But as always, I can't predict the future. But that's kind of what the experts are saying as of now. So taking a look at the rates, May, I'm showing you this year compared to last year. I know it can be a little nauseating to see the difference, but I figured it was really important to illustrate, you know, just kind of over time how the rates have fluctuated. So this is your average 30-year fixed mortgage rate. I got this info from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And as we can see, in August, September, and October, the rates have started to increase. But like I mentioned, let's hope that next year we'll end up somewhere around mid fives, which historically is actually a phenomenal rate. I think the running average is mid sevens. So a 5% rate would be really, really great. So with these rates being a little wacky, a lot of people are asking me, are homeowners, you know, pulling out of the market? Are tons of deals falling through? So I've been tracking the withdrawn listings, which means that the listing is being taken off the MLS. I have been tracking that since about May. So the average and the median number of withdrawn listings is 56. That is per week. Why that's important is because that is a very good indication of if a seller is maybe not getting the price they want due to rates, they're jumping off the market. If we see a very, very big increase in that, it's something to pay attention to. I'm also tracking back on market. So back on market means you were under contract and something fell through in which the house is back on the market. So the average and the median of those is 23. So the reason that it's interesting that the average and the median for back on market and withdrawn listings are essentially the same is because it's symmetrical distribution. So what I'm reading that as is it means the average and the median are actually very close together, which indicates there isn't a really big swing in either direction. So for me, I'm reading that data as being a very stable number. So yes, some weeks you'll see a bit more on market, and then other weeks you'll see it dip down. I can show you here. This is the withdrawn listings. That's the red. The blue is back on market, and the yellow is expired. So you can kind of see it peaked here in mid-September, and then it's kind of dipping down, and then we have the back on markets. But overall, it's kind of stayed pretty stable, which is, again, a good sign that the market is still pretty strong. You're always going to have people that have deals fall through, and you're always going to have listings that are withdrawn. So really no big indication that we're seeing anything a little bit scary here. So inventory. I think a lot of you are sick of me talking about this. So again, let's look at some data here. So this is from 2020, 2021, and 2022. I think visually this makes a very, very big impact because you see in the normal market, which is even funny to call it normal because 2020 was by all accounts not a normal year for any of us. But inventory wise, we were hovering above 2,000 essentially from May to now in October, November. And you can see right now in October, the last time I tracked, we had 1,098 homes for sale in Bergen County. So it's a pretty big drop. You can see year over year, it's been dropping. It doesn't seem like anytime soon we're going to see an influx of inventory. So this is kind of like our new norm for a while now. A lot of homeowners locked in great rates. There's really no big incentive for them to move and lose that 2.8% rate, 3% rate. So the people that are moving are really big lifestyle changes, you know, death, marriage, divorce, first-time buyers. That's really the motivated that are moving right now. I also want to show you the median sales price over the last couple of years. So I think a lot of people have been throwing the word market crash around, and I think a lot of people are mistaking a slowdown in appreciation for these massive price drops. As of now, with everything I'm tracking, we're really not seeing prices budge downward all that much. We're just not seeing, 20 offers and 80,000 over asking like we were earlier this year. We're still seeing multiple offers. Things are going over asking, but it's not an astronomical amount like it used to be. So if you look here, we can see the median sales price every single month has been up significantly. So even if prices stay firm, we're still basically selling for more, and homes are worth more than they were last year. So I know some buyers see that and they kind of get nervous, but ultimately it's a good thing. You want to be able to buy a home and not immediately have it lose value. I think there's this concept of like buyers want to buy when the market's crashing, but they don't really remember that when you're buying in the market crashing, you never know where the bottom is. So I always ask them, do you want to buy a home and then 3 months later when you close, do you want that home to be worth less money than when you purchase it? And most of the time they say no. And it kind of reframes in their mind like what they think a crash is and how that probably isn't maybe the best time to be investing in a crash. And ultimately, I say this time and time again, the best time to move is when it's right for you. So if you're on the fence about buying, it might make sense to get off the fence. A lot of people are trying to wait for the rates to change. And I don't really know if that's going to be something worth waiting for, because by all accounts, once we have the rates normalized, let's say next year by spring, summer, they're at 5.5 again, all these buyers that are maybe like you on the sidelines waiting are going to enter the market again. And we're going to see a lot of competition because like I mentioned, our inventory problems are not changing and they're probably not going to be alleviated anytime soon. So if you're looking to invest in real estate and buy a house and you're thinking, all right, I'm going to wait, just remember there's a lot of you like you that are waiting for the market to shift. And if it does, we're going to see prices potentially maybe even go up if there's a lot of competition. So if you're thinking about buying and making it your New Year's resolution, I would say maybe now might be better than you think because there are a lot of people that are hesitant. And I've seen a lot of people get good deals this time of year and take advantage of a time when everyone else is kind of staying stagnant. So again, if you're looking to make your investing in real estate, buying or selling real estate next year, your New Year's resolution, I would love to talk with you because I think building out a plan now is so important that when the time comes, you're ready to pounce and we can take advantage of whatever the market throws at us. So that is what's cooking with Meg in the market right now. And I will be sure, as always, to keep you guys totally informed and in the loop. And if you saw some data here that I showed and you would like, more information on that, or maybe some data like that in your specific town, just reach out to me. I'm tracking data like all the time, like a little data nerd here. And I would be very, very happy to share with anybody that is also looking to crunch some numbers. Have a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays to everyone. I'm sure I will talk to you all very soon.